Everybody, this is your boy Stocks for Real, Sacrifice for Riches. There's a lot of new traders out here just coming in on the game, and they're just trying to figure out even how to chart. Essentially, what I'm doing today is we're going to set up the trading zones, and then we're going to keep it real simple. This is for people that are just getting their feet or toe in the water, and they're trying to figure out, how to kind of navigate it. So this is going to be a nice baseline template for you so you can know enough to be dangerous. This is not financial advice or a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell, but hit the like, the subscribe button, notification, all that stuff. If you're not in the Discord community and you are here and just a subscriber, please consider joining Sacrifice for Riches. I'm also a crown trader in KGU. Those descriptions or those links to the Discord are in the descriptions, okay? So if you're a new trader in this game, I strongly recommend joining the community. It's not about chasing plays. It's not about joining the community just to get like free lunch. It's about being a part of something and being a part of a group and being in a circle of people that are like-minded or have similar goals as you, and you can use that as like your support network, right? Getting connected with people, you're learning from other people. It's not a guaranteed or anything like that. However, at the same time, the learning curve is significantly lessened when you are a part of a system or a community. That being said, here's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about setting up your zone, okay? There's a lot of people that's coming into the game and they don't know how to approach the market on a daily basis, okay? So what I'm going to do today is show you how I would set up my week, set up my trading zone, so I know when I log in the morning for the market, I know exactly where I am, I know what levels I'm playing, and if it's not at those levels, then I got to sit on my hands or turn off the screen. So I'm going to tell you this setup that I'm about to show you is enough for you to be dangerous. When I say if you can be patient and wait for these levels to hit, and if you can have the confidence just to act on it, and if you do it every time, I want to say I guarantee you're going to win. But at the same, you will lose sometimes. But if you do the same thing consistently and you follow what I'm about to show you, I think that you should be winning more than you're losing, or your returns are going to make up for it in the long run anyway. Okay, so what we're going to do, so when you're looking at approaching the game, I would recommend that you start every Sunday before the market opens. I would get your chart set up for the week. Okay, and how are we going to do that? Well, we're going to zoom out, right? And we're going to identify the zone to which we're trading. Too often traders just wake up in the morning, hop in and start trading, and then what are you doing? You're looking here at micro levels like the 1 minute and the 5 minute or whatever, and you have no idea what's going on. Not saying this to everybody, I'm just speaking in general, okay? So you may know what you're doing. I'm just talking in general because I've been there and I've made these mistakes. So I'm just speaking from experience at the same time, all right? So if that's you, then understand this. You don't have to trade that way. You don't need to be like the Wild Wild West. Pop up your phone and try to hop into a trade in the scalp or whatever. You'll get smoked doing that. The problem when you do that is you get caught up in the need to trade more, right? So when you start hopping in on volatile price action, which happens in the lower time frames, you get caught in this over trading action. You get caught chasing a lot, right? You get caught getting stopped out too early, and then trades taken off without you, and then you FOMOing back into the plays, right? So we're trying to prevent that. And how do we prevent that? By proper preparation. If you know Keenan Grace, he says it all the time. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. It's the same thing. You're going to get out what you put in. So if you can take 5 to 10 minutes for you to set up a chart, for you to be set for the week, and let's talk about it. Let's see how easy it is. So I'm going to start off on the weekly. We're looking at SoFi. I'm a big SoFi guy. Everybody knows me about SoFi. I got $4 on the average. Loving my position, okay? So look, it's a beautiful thing. But anyway, what are we going to do? I'm going to figure out where my support, my resistances are off rip, okay? So I'm going to take my horizontal, right? And I'm going to find, I'm not looking down here, right? We're not looking down here because this is irrelevant to me. We're not trading down here. I'm trading up here, and it's pretty dang volatile, right? You got more wicks than body. So this is telling you that there's a lot of indecision going on up here. So I'm going to look at where our last known resistance was, where we struggled the most to break through, and that's around here. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to draw a line. I would encourage you guys to have color coordinations to your chart. What do I mean by that? I mean have a systematic approach to the market. Have a color that means the same thing all the time, because if you can do that, you'll waste less time, less brain power trying to figure out what's going on with your trading. Okay, so hopefully that helps. So I'm going to put up 3 lines. I'm gonna show you how and why, right? So line 1, this right here, I'm choosing this line because I have 3 points of contact. We got 1, 2, 3. I'm looking for the 3 major reactions at this level. Okay, right? So then the next line, I'm looking for where we had a massive reaction, which was here, and I can probably bring this down a bit. But also, do we have a solid point of contact? Now, what I see here is that we did have some reaction here, and then we also see that we broke down below, right, this level. It seems like it's pretty important to me, but there's something to this level that tells me that it is more of a point of interest, right? So at 28.35, this range, somewhere in between there's probably where the buyers and the sellers are in agreement of price. So if you know volume profile, this is kind of a hint at that. So this is next level, but if I draw this, it's showing you where interest is. So there's a high volume node here, right? It's the second longest candle. I don't care about down here so much except for this level, but we're going to get into that too. Okay. So level 1, my base, it's a white line. That's my foundation. Pretty much what I'm saying here is that if we fall below 24.81, then it's a wrap and we're falling out of this zone and we're in a different trading zone. Okay. If we climb above and we break above 31.28, we confirm above this level, then that is a different trading zone, right? I am excited because we're about to go on a rocket. So essentially what I'm telling you is that my trading range for SoFi would be between 31.23 and 24.90. Okay. You might say, Rail, why isn't it at 32.55 or 32.79? Well, because I've only seen 1 to 2 points of contact here. I'm looking for 3 points of contact when I'm trying to identify my trading zone. Okay. 3 points of contact. Also, my high is red, my low is white, and my crossroad is blue. That's my defined trading zone, right? That is in my business plan written out, right? So this is how I trade. So now this looks like funk, right? But we're on the weak view. So then from here, you start to zoom in, and there's more to this, right? But we don't have time to get into all of it, but this is your trading zone. So when I look at this and I zoom in on the 4 hour, I look at my trading zones in 2 different compartments, the top half and the bottom half. So let's do this. And this is just for representation. I would not have this on my chart. I'm just using this for trading purposes. You can look at it however you want. So this is what I want to say. What this means for me, how I interpret my chart, is that if SoFi breaks above 28.35 and we confirm above this level, I am bullish. I am bullish on SoFi until I hit this wall of 31.28. If SoFi falls below 28.34, then I am bearish. SoFi is going down, and my max take profit target is going to be the bottom of my trading zone. Okay, this is the proper structure for me to set up my day. Now, of course, there's more to this. As you zoom in, you start to identify supply and demand zones. You start to identify trends and patterns. You start to identify other levels of interest, right? Like there's levels between these levels that you can look for. I'm not getting into that. I'm giving you enough to be dangerous, but I'm saying this to you right now. If you're a new trader and if you have the ability to be patient and sit on your hands, if you can wait until you get to the bottom, and if you can wait until you get to the top, or this is a little dangerous, but if you can wait until you have strong confirmation above or below this level, then you have enough to be dangerous in this game. You can set up your entire year structured in this way, right? So this right here, you might say, man, like, how do I supposed to trade this, Rail? Well, I'm telling you right now, if we are up here, just as an example, once we crack this level, you notice that there is no confirmation. Confirmation is when you have a solid bar, like either opening above, or for me, I don't like wicks at the top. Like once I cross a key level, once I start to see stuff like this, that tells me that sellers are stepping in up here. We are not confirmed. We have to wait for that next candle so I can see what's going on. But we cross green, we the next candle was red. This tells me that this is likely a false breakout, right? There's no confirmation. If you know confirmation, you know that this is no confirmation. This right here, this big green candle, then we wick down, this is a solid indication that there's no confirmation. So they tricked everybody by pumping it back up, but people fail to realize that, hey, the sellers are here. They're just looking for buy side liquidity. They're looking for a bunch of people to buy it up so they can have people to sell it to drop it like a rock, right? That's what's going on when you get to the tops and bottoms of these ranges. So how do you play it? Real quick, once you break out and you start to see indications that prices slowing down, momentum slowing down towards upside in this example, then when you are being patient and you're waiting for price to come back down within your zone, because you know that if you're trading within this zone, then you're trading between these levels, right? And the moment you fall back through this zone, then it's a easy sign for you just to say, it's time to short. It won't always work out, but if you were available and you had did this and you caught a short here, man, think about it. Also think about probabilities and the idea of risk management, right? There is very little risk once price falls down here that you take on. Why? Because your stop loss is 5 to 10% above this level, right? It already did its business. Your validation of a short is once we breach back below this level, the top of the range. So if we shot back above, then you're instantly out. No harm, no foul, right? It's a lot easier to play this than to play this, right? This is messing people up. The mid-range messes people up. Please like, subscribe. Please do consider becoming a member, because we go over way more in depth in stuff like this for a lot of the Discord members, but the megalodons, they get a lot more down and dirty. Doctorate and dean listers in KGU, that's more like a university. I'm like a community college, just put it like that. So pick your poison. It doesn't matter. Be a part of a community. That's all I'm saying. The links are in the descriptions. Take advantage. You can join my Discord. You can join KGU. You can join both. I am a swing trader that happens to day trade, right? And we're always coaching, trading live, training live. Find a home, everybody. Find a home, because it doesn't make any sense for anybody to be doing this by themselves.